We are here with Christopher Oram, 5-time Tony nominee and nominee tonight for the set of Huey. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Talk to us about developing the physical space of Huey, which was so extraordinary.
Well, it's a very intimate play. It's a very sort of singular play, one-man dialogue. So one wanted to kind of give him a framework of context, so you understood where his life had gotten to, but you didn't want to overwhelm him or the play itself. So it needed to support him. It needed to place him center in the stage, but then give a context to his world and where his life had got to. So it's a sort of decayed New York hotel where it's kind of clearly seen better days, like the character himself. And it was kind of designed very specifically on an angle so that he'd face downstage and address himself to the night porter who he's talking to, but through the night porter onto the audience itself. So that's why it was kind of on the angle.
So interesting. So you're sort of a collaborator in directing his performance.
Yeah, very much. I think that's what design does anyway. It should never overwhelm. It should seek to kind of enlighten. It should help tell the story without overemphasizing it, if that makes sense. So it was very important to me that we gave him a very specific world, but ultimately it was something that it allowed him to take center stage of. That was the important thing.
You really do create the playground for the actor, and it's so amazing to me. Like, I'm so glad that everyone gets to hear exactly how much thought is put into every single bit of this. So when people see it, they realize, like, you are part of this. You're not on stage every night, but you are definitely, your stamp is there.
You influenced it very deeply, because obviously in terms of where the entrances are, where the exits are,
right.
but also you're part of a team. You're very much part of a collaborative team. So the lighting designer, the costume designer, the sound designers, they're all part and parcel of the same thing. They all build the picture together. We all do, and the director as
How
well.
do you know when you've gotten that right picture?
Well, I guess you never do until it's sort of done. It develops and continues to develop as the show progresses, as the acting kind of coalesces. It's something that's kind of completely mutable. I mean, physically, the production kind of stops. Eventually, you kind of go, yeah, we've done the physical show that we want to do. But the show continues to evolve through the performance and the acting. So.
Do you go back and see shows that you've designed? Do you spend a little time with that?
Yeah, I always try and go back and sort of see how they've developed, how they've changed. My work, legally, officially, technically, my work shouldn't change. The set should be the same if you go back 6 months' time,
Right, of course.
or a week's time. But yeah, the show has moved and changed and developed. So that's what.
Has that ever happened to you, where you go back to see a show and it's quite different? Your set is quite different from what you designed?
No, thankfully not. No, in fairness,
Good.
Yeah, they tend to. What you do, you build a relationship with your stage management. It's their job to look after show as it goes on, and so as long as you've not, if you had a good relationship with them, then hopefully they'll look after it for you, sort of thing. And there are people that whose job it is to make sure that if it gets scratched, the painting gets kind of touched up.
So the lesson is, be nice to your stage manager.
Thank you so much.
Let's be nice to everybody.
Amen. Congratulations. Have a fabulous night.
Thank you.